What do you get when you take a bunch of beat-up old cars, remove the rules of racing, and add pure chaos? You get the Demolition Derby, an American Slamfest where the last car moving wins. This isn't about speed or lap times. It's about outlasting your opponents with metal-on-metal mayhem. Drivers crash into each other on purpose, sparks fly, radiators burst, and fans go wild. It's the kind of raw, unfiltered action you don't see anywhere else in motorsports. The Demolition Derby is loud, gritty, and full of destruction, and that's the point. But how did it start? Who builds these battle wagons? And why has this brutal sport captured the hearts of fans across the country? Buckle up, because we're about to smash through the world of demolition derbies. This is one ride you don't want to miss. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. If you love twisted metal, roaring engines, and the smell of burning rubber, this video is for you. Today we're diving into the wild and wonderful world of demolition derbies, America's most explosive auto sport. We'll explore how they started, how the cars are built, what it's like to drive in one, and why the crowd can't get enough. It's a mix of history, strategy, and good old fashion destruction. You'll learn how derbies work, what kind of vehicles dominate, and the surprising rules behind the chaos. We'll also hear from the drivers who risk their rides, and sometimes their bones, for the thrill of the smash. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and stick around for some real deal auto carnage. Because in this arena, it's survival of the strongest bumper. Let's dive into the story behind the steel-crunching madness that is the Demolition Derby. Ready to rumble? A demolition derby is exactly what it sounds like, cars crashing into each other until only one is left running. Unlike traditional races, the goal isn't to be the fastest, it's to be the last car moving. Drivers intentionally ram opponents, targeting weak spots and avoiding their own. Most derbies take place in a dirt or mud arena, which helps slow the action and adds extra mess. The cars used are often older, full-size American sedans. Think Crown Vics, Caprices, and Imperials. These cars are stripped down, reinforced with steel bars, and fitted with roll cages and safety gear. Engines are moved, radiators are protected, and gas tanks are relocated to the back seat for safety. Events are broken into heats, with the winners going on to a final round of full-contact mayhem. Points are given for aggressive hits and staying in motion. If your car stops for too long, you're out. Simple rules, but endless action. The Demolition Derby has its roots in the 1950s, right in the heartland of America. Some credit the very first organized derby to Don Basile, who ran the event at New York's Islip Speedway in 1958. Back then, junkyards were full of heavy old cars, and someone figured, why not wreck them for fun? The sport quickly caught on, especially in rural areas and at county fairs. It was loud, thrilling, and cheap entertainment, perfect for blue-collar crowds. By the 1960s and 70s, demolition derbies became a staple at state fairs across the U.S. They even made it onto national TV, with wide coverage by ABC's Wide World of Sports. People couldn't get enough of the chaos, the carnage, and the spectacle. It was raw Americana, cars, danger, and a little bit of madness. And somehow, it's only grown bigger since then. That's staying power through impact. You can't just take any car and enter it into a demolition derby. These machines are prepped for war, rebuilt to break and survive. First, builders strip out all unnecessary parts. Interior, glass, lights, trim, everything goes. The body gets reinforced with welded steel bars inside the doors and roof. The gas tank is moved inside the car and mounted securely in the back. Seat area. A roll cage and driver seat harness are mandatory for safety. Some builders use custom engine cradles or modify the cooling system to survive longer. The battery is relocated and covered, and the tires are often filled with airless foam to avoid flats. Paint jobs are often wild. Flames, skulls, or slogans like "Hit me harder." Despite the destruction, these cars are meticulously prepared, because every second counts when you're one hit from being totaled. Believe it or not, there are actual rules in demolition derbies. You can't just go out there and T-bone someone in the driver's door. Driver side hits are illegal and can get you disqualified immediately. Cars must make contact within a certain time, usually 30 to 60 seconds, or they're eliminated. Sandbagging, avoiding contact, is frowned upon and penalized. Drivers are expected to stay aggressive and keep the action going. There are also size and build restrictions to keep things somewhat fair. Some events have stock classes for beginners and modified classes for serious competitors. Referees watch closely from towers or the arena's edge. If your car is smoking too much, leaking fuel, or becomes a safety risk, it's black flagged. Even in destruction, safety and fairness matter. So what's it like to sit behind the wheel in a demolition derby? According to drivers, it's part adrenaline rush, part strategy game, and part total chaos. From the moment the green flag waves, your heart pounds like a jackhammer. Visibility drops quickly with mud and smoke, and you're bracing for hits from every direction. You can't just blindly crash, you've got to time your shots and pick your angles. Smart drivers go after opponents' wheels and radiators, while protecting their own rear ends. Communication is impossible once it starts. Engine noise and metal clanging drown everything out. You feel the hits in your chest, your spine, your teeth. It's brutal but thrilling. You don't come to win prize money, you come for the love of the fight. Some call it gladiator combat with fenders. And for many, once you've done it once, you're hooked. One thing that makes demolition derbies so special is the crowd energy. Fans cheer loudest for the biggest crashes, the boldest hits, and the underdog comebacks. Kids wave flags, adults shout strategy, and everyone waits for the next collision. It's messy, loud, and impossible not to love. The best moments come when a battered old car somehow keeps going while everyone else falls apart. Some drivers become local heroes, known by their number or their car's crazy paint job. Every derby has that one crowd favorite, the driver who just won't quit. And when the last hit lands and the winner's smoke clears, the crowd erupts. Like it's the Super Bowl. It's motorsport, yes, but it's also theater, comedy, and combat rolled into one. It's an event for the whole family, where every age group finds something to love. Because destruction, oddly enough, brings people together. Like any motorsport, Demolition Derby comes with its highs and lows. On the high end, you get thrilling wins, dramatic moments, and local glory. You might go viral on TikTok for a crazy crash or earn a trophy for most aggressive driver. But the lows are real too. Busted axles, broken ribs, blown engines, and weeks of repairs. Some drivers spend all year building, only to get wrecked in the first minute. There's heartbreak in every heat, but also wild comebacks and unlikely victories. Safety is always a concern, and though rare, accidents do happen. Thankfully, organizers continue to improve rules, gear, and medical response at events. The sport has grown smarter without losing its edge, and the stories, good or bad, become part of the legend. Because in Demolition Derby, even defeat can be epic. In a world of esports, hybrids, and high-tech racing, the Demolition Derby still holds its ground. Why? Because it's real, it's raw, and it doesn't pretend to be perfect. It's about doing more with less, taking something old and giving it one final battle. It speaks to the American spirit, tough, loud, and unafraid to get a little dirty. Derbies keep communities together, give old cars new life, and offer blue-collar excitement that's hard to find elsewhere. They're a tradition at fairs, festivals, and speedways from coast to coast, and new generations are picking it up. Thanks to social media and YouTube, the action now has global fans. Demolition derbies may look chaotic, but they're built on love for cars, for community, and for competition. They're part of American culture, like monster trucks, hot dogs, and Friday night lights. And they're not going anywhere anytime soon, because smashing stuff done right never goes out of style. So that's the Demolition Derby, a high-impact, low-rule slam fest that continues to thrill fans across the country. It's not about money or fame. It's about guts, gears, and getting back up after every hit. From humble junkyard beginnings to packed grandstands and online fame, the Derby keeps evolving. And at its heart, it's still just folks crashing old cars for fun and doing it with heart. Have you ever seen a Derby in person? Or maybe even entered one? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more motorsports, madness, and share it with someone who loves loud, fast fun. Because whether you're a driver or just a fan in the stands, the Demolition Derby is pure automotive adrenaline. And we'll be here to keep telling its wild stories. Until next time, keep it safe, keep it sideways, and don't forget to wear a helmet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next crash zone. Peace, power, and twisted metal.